Good afternoon and welcome to today's Church360 Unite webinar on groups. My name is Andrew Osborne. I'm a content specialist here at Concordia Technology Solutions. I have my contact information up on the screen. Feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call anytime you need any help, or if there's questions you can't think of today but you want to ask later on, feel free to shoot those to me and I'd love to answer any questions you have. A few housekeeping items for today. The presentation will be about 25 minutes, and then we'll have time, about 5 minutes, for questions and answers at the end. You can ask your questions throughout the presentation. However, I won't be able to stop and answer them as you ask them because I want to make sure we hit all of the information that we need to get to. But if you ask them throughout, that'll save you from forgetting them, and I'll be able to answer them all for you at the end. And lastly, this recording will be shared on our YouTube channel, so if you need to step out for any reason, you can always step back in there and finish the rest of it later on. Or you can share that video with others in your congregation who may want to see this information. Here's the outline for today. We're going to be creating a group. I'm going to show you how to change the settings for that group, how to add members to that group and organize them, how to create events in the group, and how to add pages for the group. And then, like I said, we'll answer some questions. Excuse me. So let's jump right into it. Here's our fictitious church website, and under the ministries you see we have a Bible study. This is a group that I've created already. If I click on it, you can see what a group page looks like. However, I'm going to delete this page and create a brand new one. So to do that, I go up to Pages, and then I travel down under Ministries. You'll see Bible Study. So I would click on that and hit delete, and it will disappear. Oh, it's saying that there's events on that calendar. Let's just create Bible Study 2. When there's events that are scheduled into a group, you're not able to delete the group until you delete those events as well. So because of that, I'll just create a new one. Excuse me. To create a group, you go up to the Add a Page button. You just click on that. And there's several templates here that you can use. Right now it's set to the blank page. You can have a feed page, but today we're going to be looking at group pages, and that's this third page here. So I'll click on that and hit Create Page, and now you see I need to enter in a name here. So I'll add Bible Study, and I'll just say 2. That way we don't confuse ourselves. I'll save those changes, and now I can drag that under Ministries here to add it to our menu. So now we have Bible Study 1 and Bible Study 2. So I'll save those changes. And if I need to change any settings for this Bible study, say I want to make it a draft or make it published, you can make it a draft so that no one's able to access it while you're working on it, or you can publish it so that it's available to anyone. Again, you can delete it, or you can make it a public or private here. You'll see that it's set to members only. Actually, let's see. Yeah, that's right. I thought that was the case. You can only change groups in the group settings, so these buttons down here won't work for the groups, but I'll show you how to change that to a group that anyone can access through the page itself. So now to access the group page, we could either click on this link, or we can exit out and see that it's under Ministries and click on Bible Study 2. And that takes us to the main group page. Now that we're here, we may want to edit this home page and add some content to that. To do that, you would click on this Edit Page tab to the side, and that'll pull out this drawer with some information in it. You can set a different layout. So now we have room for content across the top in a row. Then we have 3 columns underneath that. You can change it to any of these different ones. This is the one I really like because it gives you lots of room to work on things and keeps things organized. You can set the page from draft to published. Like I said, setting it as draft keeps it so that no one can see what you're working on when you're working on it. You can change the title of the page, the URL of the page. Excuse me. You can add a meta description to this group, and that's helpful for helping Google find what this page is about so that it knows how to categorize this page. So for now, I'm going to delete out this home because people know what this page is if they're here. And I'm going to add an image that I have. Let's see. So I'll upload an image. let's see, I have sorry, I should have had these organized when I started, but let me just jump in here real quick. And I think I have them in this one up here. And we'll add this banner in. We'll just say that it's a Rally Day Bible study for some reason. But I just want to show you how the images look in here. So as this image is loading in, I can click on it and hit OK. And it will load in there, but it's really skewed right now, and that's because this image is at a weird dimension, or it's too big to fit on this page. So if I want to make it fit right, excuse me, I can click on it, or I can double click on it, and then go to Advanced, this tab right here. And right now the width is set at 4,600, which is really huge. So I'm going to change that to, well, first actually, I'm going to unlock the aspect ratio so I can change that. I'm going to set this to 100%. And then I'm going to just get rid of the height altogether. And that'll make it so that the image stretches across the page no matter what size device you're on. It will format it correctly. So I'll hit OK, and there's our image. And it looks like it's the right size now. So I'll just put in a description underneath that. And then I'll just say this is a Bible study that we will be having at our church. You'll want to be a little more descriptive than that, but I just want to show you what some content looks like in that. And this bar up here is our WYSIWYG editor. WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. And with that, we can format this text and add images and add videos and audio and all sorts of different stuff. But I'm going to change this description to be a little larger. So I'll click on that, and then we have these styles up here. And I can change the style to the different styles that you've created. We have a video that talks about that. If you check out our YouTube page, you can learn more about those. But I'm just going to click on heading 2 to make it a little larger and a different color, and make it pop out a little more. So now we have our image, we have our title, and we have our description underneath that. You can add in some more images or some more information, whatever you need to add to your homepage to get the information that people need. So then I'll click Save and close the Edit drawer, and now our homepage is all set for us. So it's really easy to get your homepage set up so that people find the information they need and can access that really easily. So next we're going to look at the group settings. So I'm going to click on Edit this group. And you'll see in here we have lots of different settings. You can change the title if there's a specific Bible study you're doing, or a group name or something like that. This, like if you had a youth group page group, you could just title this Youth. But we're just going to keep it as Bible Study 2, just so we don't get confused. You can add a description in. This is a Bible study to let people know what this is about and help people clarify what they're getting into. You can add different pages. So pages are added to this bar here. So if we wanted to have notes for our Bible study, we could make a notes page. And I can add that page. And if I check the box, then it gets added to this list. So you can add as many as you need, but you're only able to have 3 checked at a time. So I could add a bunch more in here and then just check the ones that I want to add at this time. So I'll add notes in there so we have that up there. You can change who is able to see the different pages in this group. So right now everything's set to users only. So if you have church members who have login capabilities to your website, they're all able to see all of this information. And maybe we want everyone in the public to see the homepage and be able to see what the group's about. So we'll change that to public. The discussion, we may want only members of this group to be able to access, not just everyone in the church, but just the members of this specific group. So we'll change that to only group members. Events, you may want everyone in your church to see what's happening. So you can leave the events page open to anyone who has a user login. And the members, you may want only members to see. So we'll change that to there. So it's really easy to say who can get to each of these different pages. You can also change who can join this group. You can make it so that it's only available to people that you've invited, or you can have it set to anyone with a login can join this group. So we'll update the group. And now our settings are all set for us. To add notes to your note page, you would click on that. And you'll see it looks just like our home page did. And it's just a normal page. So now I'll just click under that, and if I wanted to add notes, I could do that. Notes for day 1. Just add that in there. And now I can highlight that, and I can add a link to it. So the link is that little button there. I can link to any URL, so if I have the notes uploaded to a different website or Google Docs or something like that, I can add the link in there. I could pull a file that people can download. So I'll just upload a file that I have here. And now that's linked in there. Click it and hit OK. So now when I click Save and close the edit drawer, you'll see that this link is available to download. And I downloaded the notes there. So if you have notes that you want people to read through before the event happens, you can post those in there and allow people to access that content. You can also link to videos and different blogs and things like that. So it's really easy to add links in that people can go to different pages or download notes, like I said, and be able to access content that you need them to. Next, we have our members section here. And this is where you go to add different members if you have it set that you can invite them. So you see this drop down here, and you can select people in your congregation. Say I want Steve Keller to be able to come to this group. I can add him myself. So now he's directly added into the group. You can also invite people. So say Sally told me that she's interested. I could send her an invitation to ask her if she would like to come. So you'll see that it pops up there as invited. So she's been sent an invitation, but she's not directly added to it until she agrees to sign up for it. Now that I have a few members in there, and maybe I'll send 1 or 2 more just so we have a few more in there, I can select them all of the people that agreed to be in it or that I've invited or made members of this group. And I can email all of them. So if I click email selected, my email client, which I use Outlook, would pop up with an email with their names in it, and I could send them an email directly. You could also, excuse me, you could click email all to select all of them. You could click 1 or 2 if you wanted to email just the selected people that you clicked on. You can also change the roles from this page. So maybe I set the group up, but Steve is actually going to lead the group. So I can change his role. I can promote him to a leader, and I could change my role and demote myself to a member. I'm not going to do that because I want to be able to edit this group still, but if you're, say, a church secretary or a pastor who's setting up a group for different volunteers in your congregation, you can set up the group for them, but then give them permission to lead the group, and you can kind of step out of it and just give them the ability to do it themselves. You can also see that there's a spot for requests. People can request to join your group, and you can approve them in this area. So it's really easy to add members in and get everybody else set up for your group. If you have a list of Bible study participants, you can add them all in really easily and send them the content they need. You'll also see we have a discussion panel here, so we'll click on the discussion. And you can add notes here and start discussions and add prayer requests or announcements, and you can categorize them as such. And people are able to comment on those. So say I just made a post. I'll just say that. I could post it, and now people could click reply and reply underneath it. I could delete the post if I didn't like what I said, or I could edit it to change what I said. Post number 1. I could update it. I'm not sure it's not working. There we go. So you can add as many discussions as you want. This is a great way to keep the discussion going outside of church on Sunday mornings. If you have the Bible study set for Sunday morning between services, but you want to keep people talking about things throughout the week, you can add discussions on here, and they'll be able to comment back and forth and keep the discussion going and share with each other what they've learned or any questions they've had and things like that. They're able to post them here for anyone to see and comment on. We also have some membership settings. You can change your notifications. You can set it to send you a notification whenever a member comments on a post. You can send you notifications only when a leader does an announcement, or you can set it to not send you any notifications at all. Oh, and you can leave the group through here. So I'm going to leave it set to send me notifications when anyone comments. And lastly, we have the Events tab here. So you'll see when we click on that, we get a calendar. And you can add a new event through here by clicking this New Event button. Or on here, you could add the same thing. Or you could click directly on a date. Say we want the Bible study to start this coming Sunday. I could click on the 26th, and I can add in the title, Bible Study. It's hooked to our calendar for Bible Study 2. But you can add in different calendars if you want. Say you have an overall Bible study calendar, you could add it to that as well. We're just going to close out of that for now. You can add a location. We'll say room 1. You can say when it starts and ends. We're going to say that date, and it's going to start at 9:30 a.m. between our services, and it's going to end the same day at 10:30 a.m. You can repeat the event. So we're going to say it happens every single week on Sundays, and then it ends, and we'll say it's going to go for, let's see, 4 weeks. You can add a description to what this event is. This is a Bible study. And you can send invitations. This is to people that are in the group, so I could click on these people and just remind them that this event is coming up, and to make sure that they're there. I can set reminders for those people to any of these different times, and I can create that event. Once the event's created, it'll add to this calendar in your group, but it also flows to the church's main calendar. So you'll see under News, we have our calendar. If I can organize it to change the calendars that I want, so I can get rid of the ones that I'm not using, and just have it set to Bible Study 2, and you'll see that they're in there. Oops, I clicked to create an event. Sorry about that. So you'll see I have all my dates in there. I could change it to week view and go to the week that it starts. Oh, for some reason it's not flowing into there. Not sure why that's not happening. But they're there on the main calendar view. So it's really easy to keep the rest of the church in the know with what's happening in your group and when events are happening. Again, I can change that setting to make those events not happen on the main calendar by going to edit this group, and I can make the events tab set to only group members, so only people who are members of the group would be able to see those events. I forgot, I can also change who's able to see the notes. After you add a page, you have to refresh for it to drop down into the section. I can set that to only group members as well, and update the group. So that's the basics for groups. It's a really easy tool to allow you to add content to your website that only certain people are able to see and keep things organized. So all of the different organizations and groups that are within your church are able to have a place to discuss things and add events and different things like that. So it's a great way to keep things organized on your website and allow the people who need to see certain information to see it and others to not have to sort through all of it. So it's a really great tool. And that's all I have on groups for today. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. While I'm waiting to see if there's any questions, I want to remind you, if you would like to receive product updates, you can go to 360unite.com/blog, and you'll receive those updates whenever we come out with new aspects to the software. You'll receive those and know how to use those different tools and learn the best ways to use this software. I also have my contact information. Feel free to shoot me an email. If you can't think of a question right now, but one comes up later, don't hesitate to send me an email or give me a call. I would love to walk you through it. You can also contact our software support team. They know so much about the software and can walk you through anything. They can even log in and help you walk you through it themselves. So feel free to reach out to us with any questions you might have. Give just another minute or so to see if any questions pop up. Again, here's where you can receive product updates. 360unite.com/blog. One more time, here's my contact information. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me with any questions you have or things you need help with. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, so if any come up, again, please reach out to me. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're able to use the group settings to keep your church organized and help you do ministry better in your church. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.